हाँ भाई, आवाज आ रही है? ओके ओके ओके, गुड. Okay, welcome to this week's current affairs class. So we'll begin the session today with the first topic that was more related to the last week's development. We'll be talking about the government of India's vision of New India 2030. We'll not cover the dimensions that were covered in this New India 2030 vision, but we'll be focusing upon the sixth dimension of New India 2030 vision, and that is blue economy. So we'll begin our class today with a discussion on blue economy. But before that, as an introductory, you can say section, we'll be talking about the government of India's vision of New India by 2030. All right, so we are focusing upon the topic blue economy. This topic, blue economy, is actually you can say the sixth pillar in the government of India's vision 2030. This vision is a vision for new India. All right, the government of India is trying to go for a complete overhaul, or the government of India is going for a complete revamping of India's socio-economic conditions by the year 2030. And this has been given in this document titled Vision 2030, the document. So iska jo sixth pillar hai, the sixth pillar of this document, that is Government of India's Vision 2030 document, the sixth pillar is blue economy. But before we go and take up the blue economy discussion, we are going to talk a little bit about this particular document, that is the Government of India Vision 2030, because we haven't covered this 2030 document ever in our current affairs class. So it's a good platform right now that we can go in detail about this Government of India Vision 2030 document. Now, this if we talk about the Vision 2030 for a new India, this document was given in, can anyone tell me which year did the Government of India give this particular topic, that or this particular document, that is the Government of India Vision 2030? Which year? There's a reason we didn't cover it in this class, because at that time I was not taking this class, so we missed it. But it's a good idea that we can go and cover this topic or this particular document here. Can anyone tell me in which year did India give its Vision of New India 2030 document? If you don't know, the answer is 2019, sorry. 2019 में 2019 में जो गवर्नमेंट है in the union budget, all right, 2019 union budget, the government of India gave out the blue economy, gave out this Government of India's Vision for 2030. Now, this Government of India's Vision 2030 or Vision 2030 document has 10 dimensions associated to it. All right, so it is focusing upon 10 dimensions. It is focusing upon 10 dimensions, and these 10 dimensions, they will bring significant change in socio-economic conditions of India. They will bring significant change in socio-economic conditions in India. All right, so we are beginning right now with these 10 dimensions. And in the sixth dimension, we'll be talking about blue economy, which we'll be covering in detail. But right now, we are just going to enumerate these 10 dimensions, which are the backbone of this 2030 document, Vision 2030. All right, it's a probable mains question, which can be asked in the mains examination, as well as it can also be asked that which of the following component is not part of the Vision 2030 document ABCD. So it's both prelims as well as mains component. So let us now focus upon the 10 dimensions. So we can say the dimensions of Vision 2030 document. The first dimension, it relates with the physical and social infrastructure creation to sustain the $10. What kind of mains question can come regarding it? the main question that can be asked from this particular section involves what are the various dimensions that are required to be taken care of for sustaining the vision of India, for sustaining a it can be a question that which of the following areas, or enumerate the areas that the government of India needs to take care of for bringing socio-economic transformation of India in the next decade. So it's a straightforward question where you have to write down the areas where we have to work upon, or what are the focus areas of the government to bring a socio-economic transformation of India in the next decade, or critically analyze the Vision 2030 document in light of India's prospects and growth in the next decade. So you can frame any kind of question, but for that you have to first understand this Vision 2030 document, that it takes care of 10 different dimensions which are required for transforming India in terms of socio-economic conditions. The first dimension it takes care of is physical and social infrastructure. So it aims at creation of physical and social infrastructure creation to sustain $10 trillion economy. All right. So this Vision 2030 document aims to make India a $10 trillion economy by the year 2030. And for that, we need to create the physical and social infrastructure. All right. For that, we have to all right. Okay. My internet is not stable. This is what has been pointed out. Is it fine with everyone? It is fine with everyone else. Harleen, you will have to look into your network connection. It's fine with everybody else. All right. Okay. So the dimensions of Vision 2030 document is that the first is that it aims at creation of physical and social infrastructure to sustain the aim of India transforming into a $10 trillion economy. The second important aspect is to create India into a digital India, which has to be led with youth by setting up innumerable startup jobs and millions of innumerable startups as well as millions of jobs. So the second vision that is there in this new India Vision 2030 document is making India a digital India. A digital India, and this digital India which is led by youth. So this document is emphasizing upon youth-led transformation of India into a digital India. And how this transformation is going to take place? Through innumerable startups and millions of jobs. लाखों नौकरियां बनेंगी और बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स को सरकार बढ़ावा देगी, जिससे भारत का जो युवा है भारत को एक डिजिटल इंडिया में कन्वर्ट करेगा. So this is the second dimension of the Vision 2030 document. Next is India to become pollution free. The third vision is pollution free India by electrical vehicles and renewable energy. All right. So we have to make India pollution free. And this will be done by adopting electrical vehicles and renewable energy. This is the third priority area that is there, or the third vision in case of the Vision 2030 document. The fourth is rural industrialization. Rural industrialization. गांव में आपको इंडस्ट्रीज पहुंचानी है. To address agrarian and rural unrest. ठीक है? So the next priority area is rural industrialization, and that is going to address the agrarian and rural unrest. अब देखिए इस पॉइंट को समझिए. ये जो फोर्थ पॉइंट है, हमारे देश में, in our country, there is a development that is taking place, and the development is that agriculture is becoming more and more expensive activity. Jobs in agriculture is coming down. Jobs in rural area is coming down because rural area is primarily in agricultural area. Unemployment rate is very high in rural area, and therefore the displaced labor that is taking place from the agriculture, that is in unrest because they do not have jobs. So we are trying to create rural industrialization in the rural areas to accommodate the agrarian displaced labor, so that agrarian unrest can come down. And in general, in the rural area where there is a very high rate of unemployment, that will be taken care of by rural industrialization. So this is the fourth dimension of the Vision 2030 document. Now let's talk about the fifth dimension. Fifth dimension is related to water. Water. What is related with water? Number one, you have to ensure clean rivers. Clean rivers. Second, you have to ensure safe drinking water. Safe drinking water. You will have to ensure efficient use of water in agriculture. Efficient use of water. So these are the areas which are targeted under the fifth dimension related to waters: clean rivers, safe drinking water, and efficient use of water in general, everywhere, be it domestic affairs or, all right, domestic affairs. ये unrest है, UNREST, unrest. Okay, so the fifth point is related to water conservation and water preservation. All right, the sixth one that we are going to discuss in detail is harnessing the advantage of blue economy. Harnessing blue economy. ये पॉइंट हम डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे थोड़ी देर में, इसलिए वी आर स्किपिंग द डिस्कशन ओवर द सिक्स्थ पॉइंट. द सेवेंथ पॉइंट that is related with or the seventh vision given in भक्ति. अगर आपको फोर्थ पॉइंट समझ में नहीं आया तो रिकॉर्डेड सेशन पड़ा होगा यूट्यूब पे, ठीक है, वो देख लेना. अभी मैंने आपको इतना सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बताया कि रूरल एरिया में एग्रीकल्चर इज नॉट अकोमोडेटिंग द एम्प्लॉयड पीपल. रूरल एरिया में एग्रीकल्चर से लोग बाग बाहर निकल रहे हैं. एग्रीकल्चर एक बहुत ही नॉन ल्यूक्रेटिव सेक्टर बन गया है. वहां के लोगों के अंदर अब रोष है कि उनके इतना पैसा जनरेट नहीं हो रहा कि वो अपना जीवन यापन कर पाए, इसलिए वो गुस्से में हैं. अब उन लोगों को कैसे अकोमोडेट करेंगे? बाय रूरल इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन, रूरल एरियाज में इंडस्ट्रीज खोल के. Alright, it's a very straightforward thing. It's nothing technical that you can't understand in the first instance. You can certainly do that. Okay. Yeah. It will also take care of the disguised unemployment. Perfectly fine. All right. So the seventh dimension is India is going to tap the space programs, or India is going to tap the space excellence, or India Gaganyaan project launch करेगी. India will send the first manned mission to space by this particular year. Apart from that, all right, India aims to become what? Satellite launchpad of the world. Satellite launchpad of the world. What does it mean? जो दुनिया के जितने भी सैटेलाइट्स हैं, ऑलराइट, जो दुनिया के जितने भी सैटेलाइट्स हैं, they are supposed to be launched mostly from the tropical areas. In your science and tech class, there is a discussion on the space program, and when we cover the topics related to space science, we go for a discussion that why the satellites are launched from the tropical areas, because the Coriolis force is 0. So the eastern margins of the continents, they and the equatorial regions, they are very suitable for launching the satellites. In India, there's an added advantage that India is a country whose peninsular part is very close to the equator, and therefore the location in India provides an added advantage that India can safely launch many satellites. Now, when different countries of the world send their satellites to be launched from India, in return, ISRO will take money from those countries. And by this way, we are planning कि जैसे आज नासा एक सेल्फ सस्टेनिंग एजेंसी बन गया है, उसी प्रकार ISRO to be made a self-sustaining agency in India by making ISRO the launch pad of the world. All the satellites will be launched from India so that a lot of revenue can be generated for ISRO, along with the initial agenda that we have to go for launching the first manned mission in space. This is the point number 7. Then point number 8, the 8th area that we are targeting. The 8th area is self-sufficiency in food, and that too organic manner. We have to become self-sufficient in food. We have to achieve self-sufficiency in food. All right. We have to achieve self-sufficiency in food, and that too in an organic manner. In an organic manner. All right. Then another dimension, the 9th dimension of this particular vision is healthy India. Healthy India through Ayushman Bharat. All right. Ayushman Bharat, which is health for all. All right. Healthy India by extending the health services in the form of Ayushman Bharat. This is the 9th dimension. And the 10th dimension of this particular document is related to what is known as minimum government and maximum governance. Minimum government, right? And maximum governance. And maximum governance. What do you understand by this phrase, minimum government and maximum governance? If we talk about minimum government and maximum governance, it simply means that कि government जो है वो एक facilitator बनेगी. Government has to become a facilitator. Government will not be an obstacle in discharge of services. Government will only act as a neutral facilitator of the different programs which the private players will be taking care of. So government has to become a kind of facilitator. There will be complete ease of doing business in India. India will become the hub of the global manufacturing. India will become attraction for many companies to come and set up, because the government will be withdrawing itself from the economic activities and will become merely a facilitator without any kind of obstacles, no bureaucratic hurdles, no delay. Perfect ease of doing business will be targeted through the 10th point. अगर ये 10 changes government of India लेकर आ जाए तो yes, there is no doubt India will become completely developed. All right, ये 10 चीजें होंगी तब. अब ये कब होंगी, कैसे होंगी, we do not know. Are these 10 dimensions clear to everyone? नहीं, कोई there is no disadvantage in ऑफ द 10th पॉइंट योग्यता, कोई डिसएडवांटेज नहीं है. मिनिमम गवर्नमेंट और मैक्सिमम गवर्नेंस इज अ गुड थिंग. ऑलराइट, मिनिमम गवर्नमेंट एंड मैक्सिमम गवर्नेंस इज अ गुड थिंग. सो ये जो विजन 2030 डॉक्यूमेंट है, दैट वाज नेवर कवर्ड इन आवर प्रीवियस करंट अफेयर्स क्लासेस एंड बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस वी हैव कवर्ड इट टुडे. अब हम बात करेंगे टुडे, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन डिटेल about the blue economy. All right, so we'll be talking about the sixth the concept. Recently जो हमने ये टॉपिक करना है, this is because the government has recently focused or given a white paper upon the importance of blue economy in India. So we'll be talking about the significance of blue economy in India. We'll be talking about issues in India achieving the status of blue economy. We'll be talking about what blue economy is, what are the sectors involved there, and what led to emergence of this concept of blue economy. This is what we are going to cover now related to blue economy. And Deepak says, sir, isn't this an over ambitious target? Government का कौन सा target over ambitious नहीं होता दीपक, सारे target over ambitious होते हैं. All right. So let it be an over ambitious target. बस the thing is कि अगर हम इसका 10% तो नहीं, एटलीस्ट अगर 50% भी अचीव कर गए तो चीज अपने लिए बेहतर हो जाएगी. All right. Okay. एक सेकंड होल्ड करो. Okay, so now we are going to discuss भाई सागरमाला is part of the blue economy. अभी हम कर रहे हैं उस पे बात. We are coming to it. So ये जो एजेंडा है blue economy का, the government of India is trying to harness the program is trying to harness the benefits of blue economy, and this the government of India is targeting through the Sagarmala and similar projects. Through the Sagarmala and similar projects. What do you understand by this point? Let me explain it to you. If you talk about the Sagarmala project, you know that there are many Indian ports. There are certain major Indian ports and there are certain minor Indian ports. जो हमारे मेजर इंडियन पोर्ट्स हैं, दे आर वेल एक्सप्लॉइटेड, इनका हम पूरा भरपूर फायदा उठाते हैं. बट द माइनर पोर्ट्स, देयर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स इज सफरिंग. देयर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज पुअर. देयरफॉर द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ minor ports are not getting is very less. The benefits we get from the minor ports are very less. So we can say that the minor ports, we can say that the minor ports, they are underutilized. So under the Sagarmala project, what we are doing, the minor projects, the minor ports, उनका जो infrastructure है उसको हम develop कर रहे हैं, so that we can make use of these minor ports for the advantage of Indian economy. This project of revamping the minor ports through infrastructure development of the minor ports, this project is known as Sagarmala project. And if this is taken care of, then yes, India will be largely benefited from its what is known as the ocean or the coastline economy. So let's come back and start discussion in detail about the blue economy. All right, blue economy. How we are targeting blue economy? Through Sagarmala project. Now, let's first talk about the emergence of the concept of blue economy in India. This blue economy as a concept emerged not very early, but in the year 2018 and 2020. For example, in the year 2018, the Niti Aayog set up a committee which is known as the Dhawan and Trivedi Committee. All right. So Niti Aayog in the year 2018 set up R.K. Dhawan and Vishwapati त्रिवेदी कमिटी, विश्वपति त्रिवेदी committee. This committee was set up by Niti Aayog in the year 2018 under the chairmanship of R.K. Dhawan and Viswapati Trivedi. The purpose of this committee, what was the purpose? बताइए क्या था purpose? The purpose of this committee was national maritime policy, to draft national maritime policy. ये आपका prelims का question बन गया. This becomes your prelims question, that which of the following committees are associated with drafting of the national maritime policy, and the answer is R.K. Dhawan and Viswapati Trivedi committee. Then in the year 2020, all right, then in the year 2020, the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister came out with a draft policy framework document on blue economy in the year 2020. So in the year 2020, Economic Advisory Council to the PM, it came out with a document, or you can say draft policy on blue economy. All right. In the year 2020, we came out with a draft policy on blue economy, which was given by the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. यहाँ इन दोनों events से, all right, after setting up of R.K. Dhawan and Viswapati Trivedi committee, after the National Maritime Policy, all right, after the Economic Advisory Council gave the draft policy on blue economy, भारत के अंदर एक blue economy का you can say एक fervor जाग गया. All right, India became conscious of tapping the advantages of blue economy, which shall help India transform economically. So now the question is, what is blue economy? What is blue economy? Blue economy का मतलब होता है, blue economy simply refers to use of ocean resources, for what? For number one, economic growth. Use of ocean resources for economic growth. Second, use of ocean resources for improved livelihood. Third, use of ocean resources for jobs in sustainable manner. So what is blue economy? Blue economy means use of ocean resources to your advantage. What kind of advantage we are talking about? We are talking about economic growth, improved livelihood, and jobs emerging from use of ocean resources. This blue economy, it is looking for, or it is associated with sectors like, it is associated with what kind of sectors? Number one, fishing. It is associated with fisheries. It is associated with tourism. It is associated with offshore oil and energy. Offshore oil and energy resources. It is associated with coastal infrastructure. It is associated with coastal infrastructure. So the various sectors associated with, all right, the various sectors associated with blue economy are fisheries, tourism, offshore oil and energy, as well as, all right, as well as coastal. कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है, फिशरीज और फिशिंग में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है, ठीक है. फिशिंग इज एन एक्टिविटी एंड फिशरी इज एन इंडस्ट्री. Fishing is an activity which is carried out in an industry known as fishery. ठीक है, fishery is the name of industry. Now this blue economy, it is right now under tapped. It is not exploited fully. It is underutilized. It is under tapped. Why it is under tapped? Because it is approximately just 4% of GDP. भारत में अभी सिर्फ 4% है जीडीपी का ब्लू इकोनॉमी. एंड इफ वी गो फॉर एक्सप्लॉइटिंग द ओशन रिसोर्सेज रिलेटेड टू फिशेस और फिशरीज, रिलेटेड टू कोस्टल टूरिज्म, रिलेटेड टू ऑफशोर ऑयल एनर्जी एंड नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज, if we go for making coastal infrastructure to support these industries, the contribution of the contribution of blue economy in India can very well surpass the 4% mark. Sir, what is offshore oil? देखो, ये कोस्टल इंडिया है. This region, which is very close to the shore towards the water, this is known as offshore. And the region which is inside the land, very close to the coast, this is known as onshore. Onshore, लैंड की तरफ कोस्टल रीजन को ऑनशोर बोलते हैं और पानी की तरफ कोस्टल रीजन को ऑफशोर बोलते हैं. ऑलराइट, है भाई, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन भी है, बिल्कुल तमन्ना, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन भी है. वी आर कमिंग टू द एक्टिविटीज, अभी एक्टिविटीज पे आ रहे हैं, वहां पे हम बात करेंगे. सो अंडर दीज सेक्टर्स, फिशरीज, टूरिज्म, ऑफशोर ऑयल एंड एनर्जी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, जो मैंने इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बोला है ना, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कंप्राइजेस ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. ऑलराइट, infrastructure comprises of transportation. Okay, so now what are the activities that we are targeting under the blue economy? So we are targeting renewable energy. For example, tidal energy. ज्योग्राफी में आपको सर करवाएंगे, मधुसूदन रेड्डी सर करवाएंगे डिटेल में व्हाट इज टाइडल एनर्जी. सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू टेक केयर ऑफ दिस हियर, बट वी आर गोइंग टू एक्सप्लॉइट द एनर्जी ऑफ द टाइड्स, and that energy is a kind of renewable energy which can help us generate energy without emission of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases. All right, next is sustainable fishing. Sustainable fishing, you know that in world fisheries are worth 270 billion US dollars. This is the total amount of money related with the industry or fisheries. All right, next activity that we'll be targeting is maritime transport. Maritime transport is the next activity that we are going to target under what? Under the blue economy. This is a fact associated to maritime transport. Approximately 80% of the global goods, they are transported through oceans. 80% दुनिया में टोटल गुड्स जो हैं वो ओशंस के थ्रू ट्रांसपोर्ट किए जाते हैं. tourism very important sector, and please try to understand that in tourism approximately 41 million tourists visit coastal areas annually. 41 million 4.1 करोड़ टूरिस्ट एनुअली कोस्टल एरियाज को विजिट करते हैं ग्लोबली. ये सारा डेटा मैं आपको ग्लोबल बता रहा हूं, इंडिया का नहीं बता रहा हूं. ऑलराइट, देन अदर एक्टिविटीज रिलेटेड टू ओशंस which will be taken care of in blue economy. It is climate change and waste management. दुनिया में प्रोड्यूस हुई 80% गंदगी, 80% of the litter which is produced in the world goes to oceans, and therefore we have this very urgent need to clean the oceans. So waste management will be taken care of in blue economy. Related to climate change, you know that because of climate change, the biggest damage is being caused to oceans, because ocean temperature is becoming more and more in terms of its temperature, and they will not be able to absorb the carbon dioxide as much as they are doing right now. बिल्कुल. अब देखिए, सवाल यहां पे इस तरीके से आपसे पूछेगी यूपीएससी, what do you understand by blue economy? What are the various activities that are covered under blue economy? What is the significance of blue economy for India? And what are the issues in development of blue economy or transformation of India into a blue economy? ये अलग अलग क्वेश्चन है. यूपीएससी आपसे एक स्टैंड अलोन क्वेश्चन 10 नंबर का पूछ सकती है, एंड यूपीएससी माइट आस्क यू अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चंस in a 15 marker question. Is it clear? So we have done so far what is blue economy, what are the sectors covered in blue economy. Now under those sectors, what are the different activities that are taken care of? So for example, there will be renewable energy production by tapping tidal waves, by tapping resource wealth of the coastal areas in the form of polymetallic nodules, जिसके ऊपर हम आगे चर्चा करेंगे. The activity that will be targeting will be sustainable fishing, because दुनिया में fisheries is a very big industry to the tune of $270 billion US. We will be taking care of maritime transport, because दुनिया में 80% जो ट्रेड है वो कहां से फ्लो होता है? ओशंस के थ्रू. We'll be taking care of tourism, because 41 million tourists annually visit the coastal places, and if India can become that coastal destination, then Indian tourism will be greatly benefited. Other activities are related to climate change. You know that because of global warming, the temperature of oceans is rising, and oceans right now absorb the carbon dioxide produced, because their temperature is low, so they absorb the carbon dioxide that the humans are producing. But as the temperature of the ocean will rise, that carbon dioxide will be released from the oceans into the atmosphere. That carbon dioxide will be released from the ocean into the atmosphere, and that is going to give a positive feedback to the global warming, and the result will be catastrophic, leading to mass extinction. अभी कार्बन सिंक है oceans absorb the carbon dioxide produced by human beings. You know that gases get dissolved in cold water more than warm water. तो जैसे जैसे oceans का temperature बढ़ रहा है, the dissolution of gas capacity of the oceans is decreasing, such that it will start releasing the carbon dioxide which is already present in ocean waters. है बिल्कुल है, क्यों नहीं है लियो, है ना. मिशंस, फिर मिशंस तो अलग अलग आ गए ना, हर एक एक्टिविटी को कैटर करने के लिए एक नया मिशन होगा. बट वी आर राइट नाउ गोइंग विद एन हॉकाई अप्रोच हियर. सो नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट व्हाट आर द इश्यूज दैट विल प्रिवेंट इंडियाज effort to become a blue economy. Issues preventing India from becoming blue economy. All right, issues preventing India from becoming blue economy. So what are these issues? So let's look into. First issue that will prevent India from becoming a blue economy is no single agency. No single agency. What do you understand by this point? इंडिया में मैरीटाइम एक्टिविटीज के लिए कोई एक एजेंसी नहीं है. इंडिया में कोस्टल एनर्जी के लिए सेपरेट बना रखी है आपने एक बॉडी. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए यू हैव क्रिएटेड अ सेपरेट बॉडी. Environment protection in the coastal area, you have created a separate body. You have created a separate ministry for shipping. You have created a separate law for coastal areas. You have created separate industry for, or separate agency for coastal tourism. And every industry is working in an autonomous manner. Every agency is working in an autonomous manner. There is no convergence of these separate agencies under the control or regulation of one agency. So in India, there is no one single agency that will take care of maritime development. Rather, there are numerous agencies, and each of those agencies are performing autonomous functions. And until and unless we converge them together under a single agency that will regulate and facilitate the coastal area development, coastal area will never see development, and India will never be able to become a blue economy. So the first issue in India that will prevent India from becoming a blue economy is that in India, we do not have a single agency taking care of the maritime development. Is it clear, everyone? Right. The second is no infrastructure for maritime protection. No ko chhod do, no ko kato. Let's not write no. You can say infrastructure for maritime protection is poor. We do not have a lot of infrastructure that can protect the coastal areas during the time of hazards, during the time of tsunami, during the time of coastal flooding, during the time of tropical cyclones. We do not have adequate coastal infrastructure to protect the coastline and coastal areas. For example, we do not have sea walls, we do not have revetments, we do not have groin, we do not have breakwaters, we do not have piers, we do not have jetties, we do not have trestles, bridges, and elevated roads that can take care of any kind of hazard hitting the coastal area. So the infrastructure for maritime protection is very poor in India. We do not have the infrastructure that can protect the coastal areas during the time of natural disasters and hazards taking place in coastal areas. Next thing, in India, we are practicing unsustainable fishing. All right, overfishing and unsustainable fishing. Overfishing and unsustainable fishing. This is what we are practicing right now. We are practicing overfishing as well as unsustainable fishing. What does this point means? It was a welcome step. All right, it was a welcome step. Okay. Now, overfishing and unsustainable fishing. हमारे मछुआरों को मछली पकड़ना नहीं आता. मतलब they go for catching the fish even during the time of breeding of the fishes. जब fish breed करती हैं, breeding season में भी they go for fishing, which result into capture of non-economic fishes such as the small fishes, immature fishes, वो भी पकड़ के मारी जाती हैं. Then how will the fish population sustain in the oceans? The fish output in India is decreasing relative to expansion of Indian economy. Why? Because Indian fishermen, they are practicing overfishing as well as unsustainable fishing. Use of trawlers, Divya, is making a big problem for turtles. All right, bottom trawlers. Yes. Okay, so overfishing and unsustainable fishing is next important issue that will prevent India from materializing its dream of the blue economy. All right, let's look into the other issues. The fourth issue is India's vulnerability to climate change. India's vulnerability to climate change. If you look at the climate change vulnerability index, India's rank is 13. India ranks 13th in most vulnerable countries to climate change. India ranks 13 in the list of most vulnerable countries to climate change. And the impact is still visible. All right. हाँ हर्लिन लिख सकते हो. And the impact is still visible. For example, there is a report which has published कि कर्नाटका में 2 district हैं, दक्षिण कन्नड़ and Udupi. In both these districts, the coastlines have receded by 28% because of the sea level rise which is happening right now. भारत में क्लाइमेट चेंज के इम्पैक्ट कोस्टल एरिया में दिखने चालू हो गए हैं. We have started witnessing the impact of climate change and sea level rise in case of India. For example, in Udupi and Dakshin Kannada districts of Karnataka, it is reported that 28% of the coastline is already eroded away because of sea level rise. Similarly, Andhra Pradesh has reported a reduction in the fish catches because the fishes are getting killed because of the ocean heat waves as well as unsustainable and overfishing. It is estimated that 1 meter rise in the sea level in India is going to displace 7.1 million people in the country. भारत में 71 लाख लोग displace हो जाएंगे अगर sea level 1 meter or rise hota hai, right? Apart from that, the other issue which is which is producing a significant amount of challenge to India's dream of blue economy, it is coastal pollution. Coastal pollution is tremendous. It is being pointed out that 4,067 million liters of sewage is generated in the coastal areas in a day. All right. It is estimated that 4,067 million tons, million liters of sewage goes into oceans in a day in India. तो हमारे oceans बहुत ही polluted हैं. All right, we have a lot of polluted oceans. All right, then other issues are habitat destruction in coastal areas, habitat destructions in coastal areas, crime in the coastal areas, the threat of pirates, and lastly, geopolitical issues. So भारत में ये सारे issues हैं related to India, preventing India from developing into a blue water economy. So on one side, India talks about ethical and moral values, but on another promotes fisheries and slaughterhouses. Isn't it contradictory? Eating vegetarian, non-vegetarian food. It's not an ethical debate. It's a moral debate. Think about a situation that in the upper continents where there is so sub-zero temperature that agriculture cannot grow, food crops cannot grow. उस टाइम पे इंसान ने जीने के लिए अगर दूसरे जानवर को मारा तो मुझे बताइए शेफी कि वो एथिकल था या अनएथिकल था. इंसान के पास ना फल है, ना फ्रूट है, ना ग्रेन्स है, उसने सिर्फ दूसरे जानवर को मार के जिंदा रहना सीखा. Was it ethical or unethical? अगर वो unethical नहीं था तो फिर आज की डेट में ये डिबेट it's useless, because human being has been carnivore right from the beginning. Human being was a carnivore. It turned into a herbivore in the early prehistoric society. So there is no debate of ethicality related to vegetarian or non-vegetarian food. Are you getting my point? So it's a morality. आपकी morality कहती है कि नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड मत खाओ, किसी और की morality कहती है कि नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड खा लो. So it's not a question of ethicality, and there is no there is no hypocrisy in this particular stance. If somebody want to eat something, it's their wish, right? Okay. Sir, can we mention illegal killing of sperm whales for ambergris, which is used in perfume industry, which will affect the whole? Yes, yes, absolutely. Har cheez, everything that goes and is being carried out in unsustainable manner is a significant development that is going to prevent India from achieving the blue economy status. All right, so this is the issues related to blue economy. देखो है ना, मैंने अभी एक शब्द यूज किया था कुछ देर पहले, which is known as polymetallic nodules. What are polymetallic nodules? समझ लो, polymetallic nodules समुद्र में 4 to 5 किलोमीटर की डेप्थ पे गोल्फ या टेनिस बॉल की साइज के nodules होते हैं, which are having high concentration of metals like nickel, cobalt, iron and manganese. These golf or tennis size balls found at a depth of 4 to 5 kilometers below the surface water, these nodules, these golf size balls, they are known as polymetallic nodules because they consist of polymetals in the form of nickel, in the form of cobalt, in the form of iron, in the form of manganese. Is this clear to everyone? That is polymetallic nodules. That is polymetallic nodules. All right. Now let's go ahead. I think that's a significant discussion we had on blue economy, along with knowing in detail about the topics that's the Vision 2030 document of India. Now we are going to talk about cryptocurrency, because recently this Shaktikant Das has pointed out, or I should rather say the Reserve Bank of India governor, he has said that the cryptocurrencies are a threat to the financial stability of the country and they do not have any underlying values. So we have to go for discussion on cryptocurrency and RBI. All right, so what we are discussing next is cryptocurrency, and we are discussing because RBI governor, Reserve Bank of India governor, he has said that the cryptocurrencies, they are threat to, cryptocurrencies are a threat to what? Financial stability of the country. It is a threat to the financial stability of the country. Cryptocurrency is a threat to the financial stability of the country. So this is what we have to study, or this is why we have to study cryptocurrency in detail right now. Recently, certain developments have taken place with respect to cryptocurrency. For example, the government has discouraged, you can say discouraged the use of cryptocurrency by imposing 30% tax on gains from private crypto. जो प्राइवेट क्रिप्टो करेंसी है, प्राइवेट क्रिप्टो करेंसी के गेन्स पे, प्राइवेट क्रिप्टो करेंसी के खरीद फरोख्त पे अगर आपने कोई प्रॉफिट कमाया है तो उसके ऊपर 30% टैक्स सरकार को देना पड़ेगा. This has made cryptocurrency not so lucrative investment option as it was earlier. So it is a way the government has gone with discouraging the private crypto, right? Apart from this, अगर आप crypto transaction करते हो, if you are selling or purchasing something from crypto transaction, you will have to pay 1% TDS. 1% TDS will be imposed upon every digital asset transaction along with 30% tax on the profit made from sale or purchase of the cryptocurrencies. This is, अब यार ये बहुत ही ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया आपने कि हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू आइडेंटिफाई द गेन्स. मैंने एक बिटकॉइन 10 रुपए का खरीदा और उस बिटकॉइन को 15 रुपए का बेचा, तो मुझे गेन्स बताओ कितना हुआ. हाँ भाई, टेल मी, दिस इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन. I have purchased a cryptocurrency of 10 rupees and I have sold the cryptocurrency for 15 rupees. Please tell me what is the gain that I made from this. 5 रुपए का प्रॉफिट हुआ है. अब वो 5 रुपए के प्रॉफिट पे 30% टैक्स मुझे सरकार को देना पड़ेगा. मतलब मेरे को 1.5 रुपया सरकार को देना पड़ेगा. मैं सिर्फ 3.5 रुपया अपनी पॉकेट में लेके आऊंगा. अगर मैंने क्रिप्टो करेंसी 10 रुपए में खरीदी और 11 रुपए में बेची तो 30 पैसा सरकार के पास जाएगा, 70 पैसा मेरे पास आएगा. इज इट क्लियर? सो दिस इज व्हाट इज नोन एज 30% टैक्स ऑन गेन्स. Tax deduction at source. TDS is a kind of tax which is imposed upon the transaction when the transaction is taking place. When the transaction is taking place at the source of the transaction, you have to impose a tax. So it is known as tax deduction at source, TDS. अगर आपने 100 रुपए का ट्रांजैक्शन किया तो 1 रुपए का टीडीएस आपको काटना पड़ेगा और सरकार को बताना पड़ेगा कि इस 100 रुपए की ट्रांजैक्शन का 1 रुपया आपका ये लो. All right. So these were the steps that have been introduced in the Union Budget 2022. All right. These were the changes that were introduced in the Union Budget 2022 to discourage the crypto in India. Now, it is also that the RBI will be, or RBI has been given a go ahead by the union government that RBI can come out with its own cryptocurrency, and we are going to soon see the central bank digital currency, CBDC, which will be the RBI's digital currency, which will be similar to the paper currency but in the virtual form. All right, it will be used for making digital payments, but it will be RBI's own crypto. उसके ऊपर ये टैक्स नहीं लगता, because this tax is upon the private cryptocurrencies. RBI's cryptocurrency will not be the private cryptocurrency. सी लियो, जो पैसा आप क्रिप्टो वॉलेट में लगा रहे हो वो बैंक से तो जाएगा ना, वो बैंक से तो जाएगा. Now suppose you have added into your crypto wallet 5,000 rupees. So your bank will tell the government that 5,000 rupees were added to the crypto wallet. And when you are redeeming the money from the crypto wallet, let's say you are redeeming 1 lakh rupee. So 5,000 to 1 lakh जो transition हुआ है वो सरकार को पता चल जाएगा. And you may avoid paying TDS. But the day government is going to catch you, you will be facing the action. And it is just 1% TDS. It's not a big amount. ठीक है, चलिए. Now, so what is this cryptocurrency? होती क्या है? Cryptocurrency is the currency. Cryptocurrency, it is a currency based on blockchain technology. समझ लो इसको एक बार, ठीक है? I am going to tell you what is blockchain technology and I am going to tell you what is cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is a currency which is based on blockchain technology. What is blockchain technology? Blockchain technology का मतलब क्या होता है? That if we talk about the blockchain technology is a kind of technology in which there is a decentralized ledger system. All right. So think about this way. That using the blockchain technology, you create a block. You create a block of information such that any computer connected with this block will be getting the information stored in this block in the real time manner. समझ लेना अभी, ठीक है? ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी समझा रहा हूं. You create a block of information such that any computer which is connected to this block of information will be having access to the information stored in this block of information. इस block of information पे ना इसका control है, ना इसका control है, ना इसका control है. Any computer that can connect to this block of information will access real-time information without any control of any other person upon this block of information. ठीक है? Is it clear? This block of information is clear. Now think about a scenario that there are three people. There is A, there is this A, there is B, and there is C. Now let's say A has 2 bitcoins, B has 3 bitcoins. Let's say A has 20 bitcoins, B has 30 bitcoins, and C has 40 bitcoins. So this information will be put up in this information that in this block of information that A has 20, B has 30, and C has 40. Now suppose I join this particular network, or I join this particular block of information with my own computer, and I am D. Now at present D has 0. So this block will show D has 0, right? Now suppose I am a service provider. Now there is, let's say, the person D, I am providing sociology classes, sociology optional classes, and I charge 5 bitcoins. I charge the money which is equivalent to 5 bitcoins. So now A, B, C, these three students, they want to enroll into the sociology optional. So I will be charging them 5 bitcoins each. So when they will transfer 5 bitcoins to me, a new block will be created to which all 4 of us will be joined, and that new block will have the information A equal to 15, B equal to 25, C equal to 35, and D equal to 15. Is it clear? I hope it is clear, right? So now this is block 1, this is block 2. ये block 1 के साथ block 2 chain up हो गया. Nobody can delete information upon this block, because this block is not under the control of any computer on the network. But all the computers on the network can have the real-time information stored in this block. Now everyone who is there on this network will be having access to information stored in block 1 as well as block 2. Now suppose there is another person who joined the network. All right, at this point, this is A, B, C, D. So there were 4 people when second block was created. Now let's say 5th person also joins in the network. So the 5th person balance will be 0. The 5th person balance will be 0, automatically created on this block of information. Now suppose this 5th person E, he is giving a service and charges 20 bitcoins for its service. ठीक है? So now E will provide service And suppose A, B, C, D, all four people want to make use of the service provided by E. Now, E can very well look into the ledger and see who is entitled to take my service. E will automatically deny service to A and D because they do not have 20 bitcoins, the minimum charge of the service provided by E. Is this clear? Are you getting my point? E will have information real time about the economic status of A as well as D. So A और D को तो उसने पहले ही सर्विस मना कर दी because he is having the real time information. अभी अगर सपोज करो आप लोगों को सोशियोलॉजी क्लास लगानी है, आप मेरे को एक चेक काट के दे दो, सपोज करो कि सर ये लो 10,000 रुपए का चेक, आप एनकैश करवा लेना, हमें सोशियोलॉजी पढ़ा दो. Now, do I have information about what money is there in your account? I do not have any information. It may be possible your account just has 7,000 rupees. So that check will bounce. I will not get the money. And you have already taken my service. So cryptocurrency makes use of this blockchain technology where the chain of blocks of information is created telling about the real-time information about the economic status of the people. Is it clear? Right? This is known as the blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. In cryptocurrency, you know about the status of the wealth of every individual, how much Bitcoin he holds, how much cryptocurrency he holds, and accordingly, you can go for providing service or not providing the service. I hope it is clear to all. This is the benefit of blockchain, blockchain technology as well as cryptocurrency. अब question आपके पास आएगा. Now you will come across a question that कि सर यहाँ पे फिर what is the problem that Reserve Bank of India has? Well, the problem that Reserve Bank of India has is अभी आपके जितने भी accounts हैं, right now, whatever accounts you have, they all are stored in the computers of the Reserve Bank of India. So what is presently happening? Let us say this is the Reserve Bank of India computer. There are all people of India, A, B, C, D, इस तरीके से. This is the computer of the Reserve Bank of India. Everyone who is having money in India is connected with this central computer of RBI. But the problem is neither A knows about BCDE, neither B knows about ACDE. मतलब आपको आपके खाते के अलावा बाकी किसी के खाते की कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, लेकिन सबके खाते की इंफॉर्मेशन आरबीआई के पास है. So RBI is the central authority maintaining the ledger of every single individual. So RBI keeps eye upon the money held by every person in the country. However, every person only knows about his financial health, but nobody else's financial health. This makes the central bank of the country very, very strong agency helping in monetary policy formulation. लेकिन अगर हम ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी पर शिफ्ट हो जाते हैं तो आरबीआई का कोई वजूद ही नहीं रहेगा. अभी अगर आपको ए को बी को पैसा भेजना है तो आप पहले ए से ए आरबीआई को बोलेगा कि बी को इतना पैसा दे दो. सो ए will tell RBI and RBI will give B the money. This transaction is not known by anybody else on the network except for A, RBI and B. Are you getting my point? But यहाँ पे कोई भी transaction हुई, everyone on the network will be aware of this. The moment A, B, C sent me 5 bitcoins, everybody else on the network connected with this block of information will be getting the notification that A has lost 5 bitcoins to D, B has lost 5 bitcoins to D, C has lost 5 bitcoins to D, and they will be getting a new information in a new block which is telling the current economic health of A, B, C, D, E. If somebody want to want to give service to anybody on the network, but he does not have that much Bitcoin. He knows कि इसके पास पैसा ही नहीं है. He knows that he doesn't have the money, so he will not be given services. इसमें cheating खत्म हो जाएगी. All right, is it clear, everyone? So this is the benefit of the cryptocurrency, or not just benefit. We have just introduced what is cryptocurrency and what is blockchain technology. अब isn't it privacy issues if everyone comes to know? यहाँ पे जरूरी है कि हर्लिन कोर लिखना. You can keep your name as HK. Are you getting my point? यहाँ पे आंचल, this is the problem कि क्रिप्टो करेंसी में कोई आइडेंटिफिकेशन डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं ऐड होता. I can keep myself, my name as Michael Jackson या माइका लाल जयकिशन. मैं कुछ भी लिख सकता हूं अपना नाम, and nobody will be caring about my identity because it's totally decentralized ledger system. Are you getting my point? So identity may be completely false, identity may be true, identity may be fake. Nobody knows about that. All right, nobody knows about that, and it is totally encrypted. ये इतना encrypted है, nobody can hack into this blockchain. अभी यहाँ पे हैकिंग हो सकती है. अगर सपोज करो कि मैं बहुत ही खतरनाक वाला हैकर हूं, मैंने आरबीआई के सर्वर में हैक करके सारा डेटा डिलीट कर दिया, खत्म. Over here you cannot hack into the block of information because this block of information is present simultaneously on infinite number of computers. किस किस को हैक करोगे? Are you getting my point? So there are benefits as well as issues in cryptocurrency. We are coming to it. Okay, so I hope what is cryptocurrency and what is blockchain technology is clear to everyone. Is it clear? Okay, good. So now let's look into what are the features. So if you have understood the cryptocurrency, let us look into the features of the cryptocurrency. Features of cryptocurrency. The first feature is cryptocurrency is anonymous. The first feature is cryptocurrency is anonymous. That is, no KYC norms apply. कोई भी identity documentation नहीं देनी है. No, it is completely anonymous. No KYC norms apply to cryptocurrency. So it is anonymous, right? Second, it is highly secure. बताता हूं लियो. Coming to it, hold करो. It is highly secure because it is encrypted. All right, it is encrypted. It is highly secure, it is encrypted and transparent. It is highly secure, it is encrypted and transparent. You cannot hack into this particular information. Then it is cheaper to transfer. It is cheaper to transfer money. अब देखो, what does this point means? On click of a mouse, A can send the money to D. Suppose करो कि आपका मास्टर अमेरिका में बैठा है. All right, I am sitting in America. We all are connected to this block of information. In one single click, 5 bitcoins will be transferred to my account from A's account. अभी अगर आपको मुझे फीस अमेरिका भेजनी है, first you have to take the rupee, go to RBI, convert that rupee into dollars, then RBI will send that $5 to the Federal Bank of USA, and Federal Bank of that USA will transfer $5 to my account. इन प्रोसेस के अंदर रुपी टू डॉलर कन्वर्जन फी भी लगेगी, आरबीआई फैसिलिटेशन चार्ज भी लगाएगा, आरबीआई ट्रांसफर चार्ज भी लगाएगा, फेडरल बैंक ऑफ यूएसए रिसेप्शन चार्ज भी लगाएगा, और फेडरल बैंक ऑफ यूएसए मेरे को पैसा ट्रांसफर करने का चार्ज भी लगाएगा. $5 मेरे को आपको $6 का पड़ जाएगा. Are you getting my point? So there is a lot of cost involved right now in transfer of currency. But in case of Bitcoin, everybody is aware about everyone else's financial health, and in the click of a mouse, but mouse key, your money will be transferred without any cost involved. So it is cheaper to transfer. It is cheaper to transfer. ठीक है. Next, no, next, this is completely decentralized. The cryptocurrency is completely decentralized. What does it mean? ये जो conventional currency है, the conventional currency is totally centralized. Why? Because the information about the money is completely held by one single agency known as RBI. A knows only about its economic status. B knows about its own economic status. C knows about its own economic status, but they do not know anybody else's economic status. But RBI knows everyone's economic status. So whenever A has to send money to C, this transaction will only be allowed when RBI will say allowed. If RBI say not allowed, the transaction will not take place. So what does it mean? It means that the transaction is totally under the control of one agency known as RBI. But in this case, there is no RBI. Everyone is aware of each other's financial health. आपस में mutual decision हुआ that yes, there will be a sale and purchase. One click, amount will be transferred. One click, amount will be transferred. No RBI is involved here, right? And this will only be there is a clear-cut information of the economic health of everybody on the network, which is available with everybody else. A knows about the economic health of BCDE. B knows about the economic health of ACDE. C knows about the economic health of ABDE. So सबको सबका पता है. So it is a decentralized ledger system. All right. So the cryptocurrency is completely decentralized. Cryptocurrency is completely decentralized. Okay. So this is another significant feature, but there are certain you can say negative features also. So what are the negative features? Or let's basically talk about, let's say, you can say concerns or challenges. Concerns or challenges to the cryptocurrency. ये है ना, ये लिखा तो यहाँ पे highly secure. So it is not easy to you can say counterfeit it, है ना? Yes, बिल्कुल. हाँ, तुलिप मान्य. Tulip Manya is the cryptocurrency which is floated by the Reserve Bank of India. Yes, Tulip Manya is the cryptocurrency which is floated by the Reserve Bank of India. So now let's look into what are the concerns or challenges related to the cryptocurrency. The first is cyber attacks on individuals' wallets as well as exchange mechanism. So the first challenge is, you can say, security risks. That is, individuals' crypto accounts may be hijacked. इंसान अपना सारा पैसा खो सकता है अगर वो अपना क्रिप्टो अकाउंट क्या तो भूल जाए या उसके क्रिप्टो अकाउंट से किसी ने पैसा निकाल लिया. देयर इज नो ग्रीवियंस रिड्रेसल. बिल्कुल. So security risk, that is individuals crypto accounts may be hijacked, which is known as cryptojacking, which is known as cryptojacking. All right. So crypto accounts may be hijacked and no grievance redressal available. No grievance redressal available. जैसे कई बार होता है ना कि आपके ईमेल पे एक मेल आता है नाइजीरिया के प्रिंस का कि अगर आप इस पे क्लिक करोगे तो आपको 4 करोड़ रुपए मिलेंगे। फिर आपके अंदर का लालची इंसान जाग उठता है, फिर आप उस लिंक पे क्लिक करते हो और देखते हो कि खाते में जो 4,000 थे वो भी गए। राइट। सो अगर कभी ऐसा कुछ हो जाए, अगर अगर कोई नाइजीरियन प्रिंस आपको कांटेक्ट कर ले, ऑलराइट, और आपके साथ ऐसी कोई दुर्घटना हो जाए तो आरबीआई आपको ग्रीवियंस रिड्रेसल देता है। आरबीआई आपको किसी प्रकार की आपकी जो भी दुख तकलीफ है उसको मिटिगेट करने के लिए आप आरबीआई को पहुंच जाते हो, आप बैंक के पास चले जाते हो। और क्रिप्टो में ऐसा कभी होगा नहीं, ठीक है। क्रिप्टो में कभी ऐसा होगा नहीं। जो वो होता है ना कि आपसे पिन मांगते, आप पिन दे देते हो कि लो जी पिन ले लो, वो वाला क्रिप्टो में कोई आपकी नहीं सुनेगा। ऑलराइट, आप आपके मालिक हैं, nobody is going to listen to you. Then the second is there is a shield, it's a shield to crime. Crypto is a shield to crime. दो क्रिमिनल आपस में ट्रांजैक्शन करेंगे, ऑलराइट। अगर कोई ड्रग्स बेच रहा है और किसी को ड्रग्स खरीदना है तो सीधा क्रिप्टो ट्रांसफर एंड यू आर डन एंड डस्टेड। पहले तो आरबीआई के थ्रू पैसा जाता था तो आरबीआई पकड़ लेता था, अच्छा ये कहां जा रहा है पैसा, okay, why is this transaction taking place? But now, because it's a decentralized system, there is a direct conversion of the money or transaction. So there will be black money, money laundering will be taking place, money will be used for illicit trading, criminal activities, organized crime. है ना, एक हिटमैन है जो 5 बिटकॉइन लेके आपके दुश्मन को गोली मार दे, बस चाहिए क्या, सीधा 5 बिटकॉइन भेजे उसको, आरबीआई को पता ही नहीं है कि ट्रांजैक्शन हो गया और उसने आपका काम कर दिया। राइट, सो इट इज अ शील्ड टू क्राइम। क्रिप्टो इज अ शील्ड टू क्राइम। देन क्रिप्टो इज अ थ्रेट टू कन्वेंशनल करेंसी। क्रिप्टो इज अ थ्रेट टू कन्वेंशनल करेंसी। जो रुपया है उसको थ्रेट है क्रिप्टो से, क्योंकि सबको बहुत ही ल्यूक्रेटिव लगती है कि आरबीआई को पता ही नहीं कितना पैसा है, तो लोग बाग रुपए से हटके क्रिप्टो की तरफ चल देंगे। ऑलराइट, देन राइट नाउ another concern is related to lack of liquidity and acceptability. अभी it is not a confirmed form of, अभी जो क्रिप्टो करेंसी है it is not highly liquid, it is still not acceptable in many countries. It is right now, it's only a method of investment. Right now it is only a method. ओके ओके ओके, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, ओके ओके ओके। जो yes, tulip mania, yeah, right. The tulip crisis in Holland, where tulip bulbs were being sold at a very high value and the transaction kept going on, but in reality the bulb did not have that much high intrinsic value, and finally this whole idea crashed. So crypto can also crash like this in future. Yes, got it. tulip mania, ठीक है। Mostly big players are benefited, ठीक है, all right, okay, these points are accepted. Now lack of liquidity and lower acceptability is there. Then you can say last, no consumer protection. No consumer protection, as right now is in case of the RBI, SEBI, there is no consumer protection in case of crypto. All right, so yes, acceptability के ऊपर आप लिख सकते हो, it is not a legal tender. It is not a legal tender, बिल्कुल. It is not a recognized form of money. sir, as we have studied that it is highly encrypted, how can cryptojacking still exist? अरे हरलीन, आप ट्रांजैक्शन को नहीं हाईजैक कर सकते, लेकिन आप मेरे कंप्यूटर में जाके मैं क्रिप्टो वॉलेट को तो हाईजैक कर सकते हो. इफ आई एम टाइपिंग द पासवर्ड टू माय क्रिप्टो वॉलेट, यू मे कम टू नो अबाउट द password and you can transact my crypto money to your account. And now the thing is, once it is done, it is non reversible. Once it is done, it is non reversible. अब मैं कहीं नहीं जा सकता, मेरा पैसा गया गया. Now nobody can do anything about that until and unless someone go for, you know, building a time machine और वो time को reverse कर दे, which is again impossible. Okay. High rate of taxation तो Indian scenario में है. All right. High rate of taxation Indian scenario में. तो what is to be done? The thing is, we should accept blockchain technology. We should accept blockchain technology, but reject the crypto as a currency. You can reject crypto as a currency, but accept crypto as an investment. आप इन्वेस्ट करो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन ट्रांजैक्शन हमेशा सेंट्रल एजेंसी के थ्रू होना चाहिए. ठीक है, लेकिन ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी के बहुत फायदे हैं. ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी इज ट्रूली एम्पावरिंग द पीपल. ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी इज ट्रूली एम्पावरिंग द पीपल बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड नेचर. ऑलराइट, बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड नेचर, इट इज ट्रूली एम्पावरिंग द पीपल. Absolutely. It is just a computer program. True. अच्छा, इसमें एक और चीज है. Alright, one more thing you can also add up. वो ये है कि ये बहुत ही वॉलेटाइल करेंसी है. जिस भी क्रिप्टो की डिमांड बढ़ती जाती है उसकी वैल्यू बढ़ती जाती है. जिस भी क्रिप्टो की डिमांड कम हुई, रुपया उसकी वैल्यू 2 मिनट में नीचे आ जाती है. कल आपके एक बिटकॉइन की कीमत 40 लाख है, आज आपके एक बिटकॉइन की कीमत 30 लाख ही रह गई. ऑलराइट, सो इट्स वेरी वॉलेटाइल. इट कैन मेक यू, it can bring you to rags from riches, it can take you to riches from rags. So it is very volatile, and when money is very volatile, then at that time things become really very difficult. अभी तो क्या होता है कि जैसे volatility आती है वैसे ही RBI checks लगा देता है to keep the price stable. There is a issue of price stability. There is a issue of price stability. This is ledger. ये जो अकाउंट होता है ना, बही खाता, हमेशा इस बही खाते को लेजर बोलते हैं. ये जो अकाउंट का जो पेज है उसको लेजर बोलते हैं. दैट इज नोन एज लेजर. ओके, सो द अंडरलाइंग प्रिंसिपल दैट वी गेट टू लर्न फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक इज दैट वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी, बट वी कैन गो फॉर रिजेक्टिंग द क्रिप्टो करेंसी. We can keep crypto as an investment, but we cannot take crypto as a currency. All right. अब माइनिंग के बारे में पूछा था. लियो आस्क्ड मी व्हाट इज माइनिंग. माइनिंग इज मेकिंग यूज ऑफ कंप्यूटर प्रोग्राम टू क्रिएट दिस ब्लॉक ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन. When this block of information is created, this process of creation of the new block of information to be associated with the previous block of information, this is known as mining. So you go for mining the data base or go for mining the block of information, और उसके बदले में you take some amount of money from everyone else. That is why many people go for making mining as their business. Is it clear? So you mine. You go for making use of computer algorithms. You make use of computer programs to create this block of information so that new information can be added, and new blocks of information can be added to the previous chain, and that is known as blockchain. All right, mining clear hai? Basically ये जो cryptocurrency होती है ना, this cryptocurrency is a kind of computer program. सो जब आप ये करेंसी क्रिएट करते हो उस प्रोसेस को माइनिंग बोलते हैं. दैट मीन्स यू क्रिएट अ ब्लॉक टू अकोमोडेट न्यू मनी इनटू दैट ब्लॉक. सपोज करो इस ब्लॉक की टोटल वैल्यू, इस ब्लॉक की टोटल वैल्यू 20, 30, 40 दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 90 बिटकॉइन है. such that you go for digging more and more information block, such that कि आपने पहले वाले ब्लॉक के साथ you have added some more information and increased the value of this block. So the addition of new information blocks or creation of new cryptocurrencies is basically known as mining. All right, so that is what is basically known as mining. ठीक है. So mining is a process of creation of the cryptocurrency using computer programs and algorithms. So what is cryptocurrency? It's a kind of information which is stored in this block of information. So creation of that block of information or cryptocurrency is known as mining. Okay, mining is the process of creation of the information which can be converted into a cryptocurrency, which will be stored in the block of information so created. That is what is mining. और इसके अंदर बहुत सारा कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग यूज होता है. There is a lot of computer power which is used in mining the process, and every time you mine, you result into emission of heat from the computer processes. ये जो कंप्यूटर प्रोसेस जो आपका माइनिंग की एक्टिविटी करता है उसमें बहुत हीट जनरेट होती है. सो इट इज ऑल्सो हैविंग एनवायरमेंटल कॉस्ट. Cryptocurrencies have environmental cost, my dear friends. Whenever you do a computation, जब आप अपने कंप्यूटर लैपटॉप को यूज करते हो तो वो गर्म हो जाता है ना नीचे से. सोचो आपके कंप्यूटर की प्रोग्रामिंग हीट प्रोड्यूस कर रही है तो इसकी प्रोग्रामिंग कितनी इंटेंस होती है. इट इज वेरी वेरी इंटेंस प्रोग्रामिंग. You make use of terabytes of graphic cards. You make use of many computer processes working together to go for generation of this information, and it results into emission of heat, which is again an environmental cost coming from mining of cryptocurrency. Is it clear? I hope it is clear, right? ये exchange rates होते हैं नैना. All right, that's an exchange rate. So can anybody make their own cryptocurrency? Yes, you can make your own cryptocurrency making use of that program, but then your cryptocurrency has to become an exchangeable currency if you want to make use of that that crypto as a currency. All right, जैसे for example आज की डेट में बिटकॉइन की बहुत एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी है. All right, similar program algorithm use करके आप अपना coin बना सकते हो. You can create your own crypto coin. But the problem is anybody else interested in your crypto coin? If you can get that interest of the people, then my dear friends, yes, you can also create your own cryptocurrency. अब जैसे आरबीआई भी तो अपना cryptocurrency लेके आ रहा है. बस उसमें इतना प्रॉब्लम देखो. अब ऐसे सोचो, अब आरबीआई क्या कर रहा है? आरबीआई cryptocurrency लेके आएगा. RBI will be there in that ledger system and RBI will take care of all the people. अब आप सोचिए यहां पे सपोज करो RBI is present among one of them. Suppose C is RBI. A, B और D का रियल टाइम रिकॉर्ड RBI के पास है. जैसे E आया वैसे ही RBI को E का पता चल गया. जैसे ही FGHI. So as many people will join the crypto network of RBI, RBI will be aware of the real-time wealth of every person on the network. This is why RBI is coming with its own cryptocurrency. I hope it is clear, right? अभी RBI बिटकॉइन पे नहीं है, और अगर RBI बिटकॉइन पे है भी तो RBI को पता नहीं है ये माइकल जैक्सन, ये ब्रिटनी स्पीयर्स ये रियल भी हैं कि ये झूठे हैं, है ना. मैं अपना अकाउंट बना दूं मोहनदास करमचंद गांधी, आरबीआई मान लेगा कि गांधी जी का अकाउंट बना हुआ है. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? लेकिन आरबीआई का नेटवर्क हुआ, आरबीआई का क्रिप्टो करेंसी हुआ, तो आरबीआई मेरे को फोर्स कर सकता है कि मैं रियल आइडेंटिटी के साथ क्रिप्टो चलाऊं। फिर आरबीआई को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि मुझे पता है और नेटवर्क पे सबको पता है कि आकाश राव की क्रिप्टो वेल्थ कितनी है। आई होप इट मेक्स क्लियर, राइट? सो मित्रों, ये था क्रिप्टो करेंसी ब्लॉकचेन के ऊपर डिस्कशन। ठीक है, सो इट वाज क्वाइट इंटेंस। ऑलराइट, थ्रॉट इज ऑलरेडी गॉन, सो I'll call it a day here। ठीक है, अगली क्लास में हम शुरू करेंगे अपनी क्लास सुप्रीम कोर्ट के डिस्कशन के ऊपर, जो कि अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने डेथ पेनल्टी के ऊपर डिस्कशन दिया है। सो टुमारो, नॉट टुमारो, द नेक्स्ट वीक वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद अ डिस्कशन ऑन सुप्रीम कोर्ट्स व्यूज ऑन डेथ पेनल्टी, एंड देन विल प्रोसीड फर्दर with other topics. All right, so आज का एक टॉपिक है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑन डेथ पेनल्टी। I don't want to rush through this particular topic because it has a lot of political as well as social connotations associated to it. So we'll start with Supreme Court on death penalty in the next class. All right, suspension of MLAs वाला issues plus hijab controversy are also confusing topics. hijab controversy में क्या confusion है? ठीक है, it's totally communalization, polarization, इसमें ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है, फिर भी we'll go for discussion on these topics as well, don't worry. सर, जब हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं क्रिप्टो में थ्रू ऐप, रियल इन्फो फिल करनी पड़ती है, तो वो इलीगल नहीं हो सकता? नहीं, इस तरीके से सोचिए। द थिंग इज कि मैंने अपना क्रिप्टो करेंसी, सो थिंक अबाउट दिस, आई क्रिएटेड अ वॉलेट in my own name. In India, maybe some companies want you to provide your Aadhaar card or XYZ thing. I can move to US and create my another account और अपना पैसा वहां ट्रांसफर कर दूं, आरबीआई को पता भी नहीं चला कि पैसा ट्रांसफर हो गया। Are you getting my point? चलिए, ठीक है। So we'll talk about the hijab issue and all these topics next time. इस पे काम चल रहा है दीपक, इस पे sooner you will be getting a lot of development on this front. This is what I am deliberating. We are deliberating this particular issue, और इस पे बहुत जल्द you will be getting to hear some good news, I would say. All right, okay. चलिए, then we'll meet next week on Saturday 2:30 p.m. Until then, take care. Bye everyone.